I thought the same thing. This is like, what you got me doing there? You know, you ain't hit the record button yet. That's it.
All right, if everyone turns, telling me what beverage they'd like to start the day off with.
So I like to start the day off with a lime, ginger, lemon, cold pressed drink.
That sounds bomb.
I actually drink it one right.
Yeah. Lately it's been orange juice. I just love cold, like fresh pressed orange juice.
Yeah, man, I'm simple, bro. Give me a cup of water. And I get into my coffee and we go from there. But I always start my day with a cup of water. Water.
We got to check the recording, and if it's all good, then you guys can start.
All right. Y'all got some lotion out there somewhere, man?
Megan does in her office.
Yeah. You got some lotion?
I think I do. Let me see if I brought it.
How's your day, sis?
It's been really great, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been tender. I've been crying.
Uh-oh. What's going on?
It was good, man.
It's been
Do it.
it's happiness.
Yeah.
My niece
We don't
got
know
her nails
information.
done.
About to get interviewed, man. We got Colorado, man. Quasi Elite.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my god, it's so cute when you're growing up. And what is happening?
I love that.
It's
And then, yeah. And then sometimes life is just like really beautiful in ways that like, you know, you just take a moment to realize where you're at, and I was just letting myself be tender about it.
Love that.
nice.
No, I didn't bring it. I took it out right before I left.
Present.
But I do have hand sanitizer, which is moisturizing, so if there's nothing there.
See the thing.
You got the obligatory mints. Anybody?
Sure. Where are you visiting from, Kevin?
Georgia.
Georgia.
So I'm from New York City.
Okay. New York is going up right now. I want to be there. I want to
It's
be
just
there.
ridiculous right now.
Yeah.
New York is just.
They gonna transfer anything.
Yeah. It's just gonna be a lot of people having fun.
And this is lotion for Megan. Right?
See, they did what they just did when they was leaving. Somebody hit him with an egg, I think.
Oh, wow.
He was just throwing stuff out the as he was leaving. I'm like, you ain't got to do that. We won the game.
Right.
If you was mad because we lost,
Mhm.
like, but we won.
Yeah.
Just be like, bye.
They were probably still standing on business regardless.
Yeah, that's how New York is. Get out of here.
That is.
They're like, get out of here.
No, really.
Get out of here.
Get out of here.
Get out the city.
No, we don't care that we won. We don't want you here regardless. I have a friend who lives in Georgia. One of my best friends.
Yeah, what's up, man? Y'all know how y'all be asking, excuse me one second. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Y'all know I don't be, what's good? Everybody be asking to tell my story and why I don't be doing no interviews, none of that, because the thing got to be right, man. It got to be right. It got to be synchronicity there, man. And all elements got to fall into place. So it so happened elements is falling into place now, man. Colorado, Chasing Tomorrow presents podcast with,
LA. Hey.
as that's one of the dynamic duo, one part to the two. Wait, why is it on the? I don't know. What was you saying? Sorry.
Oh, I was just saying one of my best friends lives in Georgia.
Where at?
Yeah, that's all.
Yeah, I know where at.
In Atlanta.
City?
Oh no, right out of the city. But it's easier to say Atlanta because I'm not familiar with.
Yeah. So I stay outside. I stay in Hampton.
Okay.
It's like southeast. Yeah, southeast.
You find some lotion?
I did.
Okay.
Yeah, I see you up in part two.
Hey.
Boy, cousin.
Hey. We live?
Yeah,
That's what we doing? We live?
we live.
We about to talk about it.
I'm live. I don't go in there. So So we got it. So we had me and two friends of mine, two of my partners. Like we had started a channel called We Locked In. So all of us had some. That's why I sent you. Just sent because there was a lot of stuff on it. So you know, I, all three of our stories are similar, and we came up together like inside of prison. Like one in there, we was juveniles, while and all of us was like, became like notorious in our own particular right, had our own.
Hold on, bro.
Running their own.
We ain't recording yet.
Oh, it's a lot, man. This shit, it was a thing about we locked in.
Yeah.
But we pulled away from it. We got monetized fast too, because we was going on there. Like our content was like kind of unique, but that space in YouTube, it's starting to get bigger now. They used to call it the dark side. They used to call it the dark side of YouTube.
Yeah.
But it was like a lot of like gang members, ex street dudes, ex super. But we was on there and made it look good because dudes knew how to talk, present themselves properly. We wasn't got on there gossiping. Like majority of dudes just be gossiping, putting people business out there, trying to make people look bad. Nah, we was just mainly focused. We was focused on growth. Growth, and progression.
What is the name of the channel?
We
Locked
locked
In.
Camera
Okay.
two.
we locked letter in. Yeah.
Let's go there.
So I haven't been going on there, but I just went on there now. But
Should I go lower? How do I?
so get it full then. Nigga start sharing it and get it full. You know what I'm saying?
Trying to get this mic out the way. Should I rotate that around so it's?
I should have looked like that.
How you want to be introduced, man? Kevin Ford.
His Excellency Minister Kevin Ford. Remember I told you the official, you use the official title. It's like, how the hell did he become His Excellency Minister Kevin Ford?
That's a great
You
intro.
know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
From number 96A7194, which was that was
Yeah.
my
Yeah,
my
no,
jail
that's exactly.
Yeah.
That's my bad. I'm sleeping on that. That's typically how we do it. Could you be able to get out?
On social media, I know me as KK. 'Cause that's been my name. K. Nah, don't be scared. I ain't gonna bite you.
I'm not scared of you. It's more so like a comfort thing, you know. Some people like their space, but I'm not. No.
That what looks the most out the way? That
Or
I say be free, be you, be free.
the first, yeah, that first one.
You are now rocking with it.
that's two. Is this? I need to come lower with this guy. Is it like?
See how see it's on that boom.
I think
Like
I
the
used to
lights start
flip
reflecting.
this around.
Yeah,
Got the red, blue.
that was happening to me the last time, but it was my fro, and now it's covered in green.
You just got that word.
We'll go with that. I like that.
Aura.
Uh-huh.
My aura is aurating.
For the sound or?
Oh. Oh.
No,
Wait.
don't follow my.
Listen,
Oh.
man, run it up,
Why
man.
not?
Let everybody know, man. KK about to
The
get
sound.
interviewed.
Gotta get closer to
Yeah, about to interview KK. Let them know. Send it, share it.
out of the frame. Check. Check. That's good. That's good. Okay, now you can follow the beat. All right. 1, 2, hold on. 1, 2, 3.
No, I don't think that's
So
fine.
each when you addressing the audience, you're gonna be on cam one. So this cam one, this cam two. This cam two is
Just you.
focus on you.
Yeah.
Um,
That one's on you.
it's coming this way.
And this one is.
This one has the three of us.
Okay.
So um, just be mindful of that if you saying something to the audience to look at that guy. Not to, you know what I mean?
Heard.
Mm-hmm. What y'all feeling? What's the vibes, man? It's the music vibes.
Yeah. Now it's on here.
It's the music. Right?
So that's camera two, camera one, three, I mean.
One is the theory show.
Some new Brick Squad, man. We gotta do some new Brick Squad music, man. Say some new Flagger. Yeah, new stuff out.
Cool. Waka do. Do you want any mention of the Cuzzo, man? Nah, I'll let you do that if you want to bring him into the shout out anything that's on you.
Shit, we talking about all the brands and shit like that. Nigga, it's a part of the, you know, man.
Yeah. Uh,
I don't use it ever, but people be like, well, I don't know what.
So yeah, just hit record, replay. Or do you want me to hit it before I go?
yeah. Yeah, if you could hit it, and then I'll just edit out all the till we get going.
Cool. All right.
Sweet.
You guys are good.
Appreciate you, man.
Yeah. Session.
Got it. Got it. Hold on, man. I gotta get some background beats going. What you feeling, Keish?
I've been listening to Tom Misch.
Succession. I got an album out.
Say that again.
I got an album out.
Your poetry album? Yeah, I listened to that too.
You listened to it?
Yeah, the whole thing. Yeah.
You did?
Yeah.
I honest opinion.
I loved it.
Yeah.
I have so much to say. Yeah, I mean I took notes and stuff, so I figured we would talk about it.
Okay.
That's the name of the podcast too. Do you want to talk about it?
Jason tomorrow presents.
So, we gonna say that.
I don't mind.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, and I was gonna say, because you did it last year, right? So it's like your year, March.
Yeah, and how I didn't mean to put it out. I didn't.
Oh.
I wanted to do like, I wanted to put a bunch of stuff behind it. I didn't just want to release it because I was doing everything on my own, so I didn't want to just release it. But I just did it, I guess, just to do it.
Yeah.
In a sense.
We
So I do want to take it down. I am going to end up taking it down, though,
Oh.
and we putting it back out.
With alongside the other stuff that you want to do.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alongside everything, just having, basically just having a combination of things because be speaking, my curriculum and program, but that's also a testimony to the story as well.
1,000%, yeah.
So I've been actually talking. I've been actually talking to a few people. We ain't getting to serious talks, but they're like, you should do a series, like offer each one, like each one to be a separate like mini series showing what a young black kid goes through when he's in that situation.
Yeah.
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 Introduce this thing.
Okay.
This is part of it. I'm glad it was recorded because it's a social clip for sure.
Yeah.
Y'all ready?
Mm-hmm.
Always, man.
What is it? His Excellency
Minister Kevin Ford.
Minister Kevin Ford.
Yes, sir.
All right. Yo, what up, good people? Chasing Tomorrow, Kwasi here, co-host La LA over here. And we got a special guest today. We got His Excellency, Minister Kevin Ford in the building with us, yo.
Salute.
What up, man? Welcome to Denver. Welcome to the studio. Welcome to the podcast.
Thank you, man. I'm loving it. Loving Denver, Colorado. Prayer. I'll just say the whole Colorado.
Yeah.
Because I've been running around Colorado, not just Denver. And I'm loving the state. And the biggest thing though is it's the people, our people, man.
Yeah.
Tapping into our people and the actual culture here, which is amazing.
That's dope. That's dope to hear you say that because it ain't many of us out here.
Yeah.
It ain't.
We have a reputation for not.
No, it
Yeah.
ain't. It ain't. I was where was I? Like in Golden or Fort Collins or so, in other places, and you may see, you know, another black brother or sister, and it's like you get that long distance look. It's like,
Right.
"Nah, hey, what's happening? I see you. I see you. I'm here. I'm here, Joey. Just in case, I'm here.
Yeah, man. No doubt. Well, yeah, man. Thank you for popping on, man. We got a lot to talk about, man. So
Yes.
I met
Yeah.
Kev through the homie JB. Big up JB.
Shout out JB.
Dro
Man.
Brand.
Dro.
Cousins with JB,
Yeah.
business partner. Waka,
Yeah.
man.
Waka
Actually,
Flocka, yeah.
you checked me too when we was out. You said you big cousin.
Big cousin. Yeah. Big cousin. Yeah. He's gonna say it. Ain't no front up. That's little cuz.
Says little cuz.
Little big cuz. Cause he be boy is big. But little big cuz.
Right on, man. Right on.
And it was crazy coming out here because I came out here for something totally different. I was doing like petition work out here, and it was like, yo, man, I got some people out there. One, I had a friend out here. Shout out to Hustle James. Um, I was already tapped in with him, but then he was like, "Yo, JB out here too." I'm like, "Oh, that's the brand. That's the Dro brand." Like, so I already knew about the brand and everything. We were going there. So my thing, me being who I am, always a builder, visionary, always looking to expand. And was like, "Yo, all right, what's up? How can we take this brand to another level?"
Yeah.
Like, I know JB needed somebody else. I know Waka needed somebody else, and it's like, "All right, I'm here. I'm home now.
Yeah.
I'm home now. What's up? Let's get to it."
Let's
Yeah.
talk about that. You home now.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. So, um, crazy thing, man. When I was 16 years old, I got shot in my head, face and shoulder, right? And I was arrested inside the hospital. So I got arrested in the hospital for like an old juvenile warrant because I stopped going to this program I was supposed to go to, and they found drugs on me, like in my clothes inside the hospital. So what I ended up doing is I ended up just taking a plea deal. I just took plea bargain and copped out to a 2 to 6, and that was it, right? But it was just how it happened. I was probably in the hospital a week. So I'm 16 years old. I got shot in the head. I was in the hospital a week, and they sent me to Rikers Island. I seen the Rikers Island with a shower cap on. I still had to go back to the hospital to get the staples removed. One eye was like full of blood, the other eye was red. I still had a crazy flesh wound under my right eye. It was crazy. It was crazy. But during the mix of that, I got rearrested for another charge that happened like prior to me prior to me being arrested and shot in the hospital.
Yeah.
Individual individual end up telling, you already know how it go, man. Streets ain't, somebody told when I was around because I think kid got arrested for like a stolen car case or something. And he's like, yeah, I know about a homicide or no, this happened, boom, boom, and told me I ended up getting rearrested while in jail, serving a time for 2-6 already. Um, was fighting that. I was fighting that. I was fighting that for a couple years actually, from 1996 to 1999. Actually, I was fighting that case. I would go upstate to a men's prison, which was like I was still a juvenile. They sent me up north to a New York State prison. Um, get a court date, come back down. So I end up blowing trial and receiving a 25-year to life sentence.
Sheesh.
Yeah. Yeah, 25
to
years
life.
sentence. Yeah. So in New York, so if those that's like, I don't know if they're familiar with New York sentencing things, so you have to do the minimum time. That is a requirement. Ain't no, with no good time and none of that in New York. So you have to do 25 years before you even consider to see the parole board. But you have life though. So basically, got a life sentence. I see the parole board in 25 years. So I end up seeing the Pope. I did the whole 25 years, right? Whole 25 years. And I end up seeing the parole board. And by the mercy of Allah, like I made my first parole board, which was, I didn't think I was. You know what I mean? A lot of others, felt like, nah, you good, you out of here because of my character and the type of individual I was. Yeah. It's like, man, you out of here, bro. Ain't no way you gonna be sitting. You sitting in front of a parole board, they're gonna let you go. Yeah. All right. But I was looking at my reputation, right? One, I was young, black, smart, and tough. All right. So it's just like, to me, in looking how things work, that's scary for them. Yeah. I mean, we got a guy that's tough, fearless, but he's also smart too. He know how to organize the people. He, you know what I mean? He's not one of those that we can just easily push his button and sway. He's a thinker. He's a boom. So, and I had issues with a lot of the administrations in the different facilities. So it was like, damn, I go to pro board. They gonna be like, man, they ain't letting me go. Man, but they did. They did. I thank Allah for that. Yeah. They did.
That's wild. So you got a 25 to life sentence at the age of 16.
Yes. Yes. So I was 41 years old when I came home, which was August 17th, 2021. That's when I came home. So this year, actually, this August will make my 5th year being home.
Welcome back, man. Yeah. Yeah. I'm glad you persevered through all of that. Because had you not, I don't know if I would have connected with you.
Nah, yeah. Nah, you wouldn't have. You wouldn't have, because the actual route that I was on, though, I still, even if I didn't come home, though, I already reached a point, and I tell people, like, I found freedom, right? I found freedom, I found love, I found purpose while I was still inside there. And it was like, man, how you did that? How you? And it became from just like educating myself and studying, even though I was I was involved, right? Because I was in the gang, I was a gang leader, I was pushing buttons and directing stuff, but at the same time, like, I was educating myself. At the same time, I was looking for a way to, um, not, I want to say escape, but continue growing, right? Yeah, yeah. Continuing to evolve, right? Because I looked at prison as like, it would keep a lot of individuals dormant, people that get stuck in a particular cycle. Sure. And right. I didn't want to be stuck in that cycle. Like, I've seen it, like individuals I've met, they may have been intelligent, sharp, some of the brightest individuals, and guys that was in there 20, 30 years already as I'm coming in new, and they got all this time in, and I see that they were stuck, right? Stuck in this particular, you know, prison reputation, or you know what I mean, or a prison character. Yeah. And I didn't want to be that. So when I started seeing how not to be that, I believe that's when I actually started finding freedom. And I tell individuals, like, freedom is the pursuing of excellence without any obstacles, right? Like, that's freedom. So I found that I could still pursue excellence, right? I found that I can still educate myself regardless of being in a cage, right? I found that I can still be a benefit to family and friends regardless of me being in a cage. Yeah. So when I started seeing that, it's like, oh, okay, this is what freedom is. And I started uh uh I say elevating at a tremendous rate. Okay. Tremendous rate. Like, when I say studying and educating myself, I mean getting deep into the sciences, like studying history, studying where we come from, yeah, studying like ancient Kemetic science, all forms of theology, the Kabbalah system, like everything. Just studying, really trying to was looking and searching for me. Yeah. Right? Yeah. And like, I found it. That's dope. That's dope. Bro, let's back up.
That's amazing. That's incredible.
Go ahead, keep going.
I was just gonna ask, because you gave your definition of freedom.
Yes.
What does freedom feel like for you? And if you want to go into it, because I know you had mentioned you were noticing how you would see others within the prison system getting stuck or in cycles. If there's like a moment or a series of moments, and then how that felt like just in your body to be able to transform that.
Uh, so one time there was like a crazy experience, right? Where um I was being intentional about every single thing. Everything, right? As soon as I woke up, I got up. Wasn't no just lingering, laying in the bed. I woke up, got up, cleaned my little cell, me and my Bella, woo woo, right? I would read something beneficial, whether it be like the Bible, the Quran, or something historic, right? And I kept that momentum going, and I kept it going from. It started from an individual telling me, um, like, "Yo, I shouldn't use the N word anymore," right? And kind of challenging me. And I was young at the time. I was like eight. Yeah, I was like 18 at the time, and he like challenging me, and I started realizing I'm like, damn, I don't have no other type of word that I could use. So I started feeling, I ain't gonna say feel stupid, but I was feeling almost inadequate in the sense like, wait, hold up. Am I programmed, right, to only use this specific type of responses to these specific type of questions or situations and scenarios? I don't have no other way of expressing myself, right? And that kind of started it, right? Seeing that I still had a chain on me mentally. And I'm like, all right, I gotta break out of that. So I started being intentional every day, like meditating, praying. I watched what I eat, what I watched on TV, even who I interacted with. And the funny thing was the flip side is that I was still gangbanging. Which was crazy, right? Which is like, how the hell you changing how you speak and how you look at things and your perception, but you're still in this world. And but there was room for growth for me there though too, which was amazing, right? And one day I'm going through the same routine, and this particular day it felt like I was in the sky watching my mind watch me go throughout the day, right? Like that's the experience I was having, and and I felt happy. I felt happy, free, like I couldn't be touched by nothing. And I was just literally like just going through the day. I remember a little small conversation I had. Somebody asked me, like, yo, man, damn, man, what's up, man? You all right? You look bad, happy and shit. You got a visit, right? You got a package or something? I'm like, nah. I said, nah. I said, I'm just letting it flow, man. And I didn't realize how important that statement was, right? Just letting things flow. Yeah. And I had two encounters with two negative situations with individuals, and they tried to like start something with me. One was an officer, another one was a civilian, and they both like, well, I could say broke in a sense because they did, right? Which was like crazy to me because the officer was very arrogant, caused a lot of trouble, but he ended up coming to me apologizing. It was like, even a civilian, it was like a nurse who, talked slick to people, boom, boom, like snapped at me for doing my job. But I paid it, like I said, I was in a zone and paid it no mind. It couldn't touch me, not like, and she ended up coming back apologizing, trying to help me with some work. And that's when I actually like realized that it's internal. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like love, freedom, happiness, like it's internal. And if I was able to feel that under those conditions, right, it's like, so that happened to me twice. And I guess doing that opened a door inside of me or opened something inside of me because I haven't reached that particular level again. But there's still always been something open inside of me because I opened that particular door. But now it's like I actually know. So it ain't an individual or a thing or a situation or whatever that's going to actually bring me happiness and peace. And boom, is learning that it actually comes from inside of yourself.
Yeah, man. That's big. That's a big lesson. Yeah. There's a lot of people out here that haven't been through what you're going through, what you went through, still hadn't learned that lesson. So big ups to you, man. And while being incarcerated too, and just so much like negativity in there, it's systematic. These prisons, right? And they're designed once you get in there to make it damn near impossible for you to.
No, seriously, like you gotta live like you live a certain type of way, like, and it's crazy where becoming an animal or a savage is like that's what you become. That's just the norm. It's regular.
It's their environment.
Yeah, it's just what it is. Yeah. And it's like if you're not that, and it's like, all right, like, what are you? Yeah. Right? And being that I went in there so young, I already had it in my head, like, oh man, they gonna they may try to rape me, they may try to rob me, they may try to all the stuff was going through my head, right? Because I end up going like my first maximum prison that I went to, like mind you, I still was 16 years old. the first I went to Lakeview first, but my first Lakeview was like a shock camp, right? They sent me there, but I was remember I told I was going through the case, got rearrested. Then they sent me to a max prison. I went to Attica Correctional Facility. So everybody like familiar with Attica Correctional Facility, right? One of the worst prisons in the United States. Right. All right. And I was sent there as a 16 years old. Let's which is
Yeah.
like that's crazy. Even some of the prisoners was like, man, I'll never forget the statements old timer had meant said to me. He's like, when he realized, I told him how old I was, and he's like, he just looked at me like, damn, it's over for us. He said, if they sent you here, it's over for us. Wow. Because they ain't give a damn about, you know what I mean? They don't give a damn about you as a kid, teenager coming into this prison, sitting here. What could happen to you? And he said, it's over for the rest of us. Yeah. Oh. Well, let's go back to 16-year-old Kevin. Yeah. Right? That shot 3 times, shot in the head, shot in the shoulder. So you was out there in the streets. Yeah. So I come from a hustling family, right? Okay. Like a lot of hustlers in my family. Like my pops hustling, mom's hustling, uncle was hustling, like family, like a part of cream team, right? Okay. It's like grew up around and in all of that, right? And out of so I had a bunch of cousins, bunch of first because I'm like the oldest out of all of them. And I was like, was good though. I was like the only one kind of. Two of them came later on, which was, you know what I mean, not bad, but came later, which give them time to actually get themselves together. But I was like the only one that was like that young, just going into the streets. And it came from like I was going from household to household. Like first I was with my mother when I was young, but she was in the streets. She was young. She had me when she was 17 years old. I mean, like a young mother, but she still was outside wilding. Yeah. My pops was still. I mean, he was still like running around. Didn't really have himself situated at the moment. So I was staying with my mother's grandmother for a while, and then they shipped me over to my father's mother, my other grandmother, for a while. Okay. And then she couldn't take me there. Like sent me back over there. I mean, so it was lack of stability. Yeah, and it's actually it's crazy because it was there really. It's just the stability is there, or but it was just so many people, and so being that I was the oldest, is like you kind of like fend for yourself, in a sense, right? Yeah. Like, and my mother's mother, her grandmother, we had all my cousins used to be in the house. It was probably like any 10 other kids, so. I'm helping. I'm doing stuff. We're making sure they good, making sure. But my other side's the same way. My grandmother, she had adopted children, right? So she had like 3 other adopted children that she was really like focused on, whatever. And it was like I was kind of left to, you know, fend fend for myself in a sense. You know. You think that so hustling family, um, banging all of that stuff. So I'm imagining you sold dope. Yeah. What made you do that as like a young man? Like, if you could. So the first, no, I vividly I went through it. I mean, like being in prison, like sitting in the box, somebody like going in and out of the box, like you do some introspection. I used to think back on where I went wrong at, what happened, how things could have been different. Yeah. And when I first went out, it was just cut school or hang out with some friends. One of my other cousins, whatever, they was outside hustling, but never really got into it. You know what I mean? I would just come around like I was super smart, cool kid. You know what I mean? They'll come around, come hang out. And the first time I started hustling is like it came from you could say abuse, but I didn't want to get my ass whipped, right? And I got my father. Okay. So I got in trouble at school, right? So my grandmother, she would like I want to see my father at times, but it'd be times where I get in trouble. I go, I'll see my father. Yeah. He coming through to discipline my ass, right? That was it. All right. So I got in trouble at school again. I'm like, oh man, my grandma, she gonna call my father. I ain't going through that. So I just ain't go home. Right. I'm like, I ain't going home. That was just how in my young mind, that was the answer. Yeah. Don't go home. So what I end up doing I was like staying in a friend basement, and I was like the first time I got introduced to like crack. Right, he
So
started
how long were you away from home in that period? Like how long did
probably
you not go home?
like I was probably gone like a week, like probably like a week. Yeah, like a week and a half.
Based on fear of father's discipline.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. And then I think somebody seen me because I ain't really go nowhere, right?
Yeah.
Still in the basically in the neighborhood
Right.
in a sense. But I think somebody sent me, and I ended up going back home. But I did that twice though. I had ran away twice, and once I got a taste of the money, and then I started. I would come out, maybe hustle a little bit, cut school, go hustle, still try to get home before it's too late. You know what I mean, before curfew, whatever, so I wouldn't get in trouble. Hide a little money. I mean, hide a little stuff that I was buying. Um, so there still was a form of fear in a sense there. I mean,
Yeah.
most like my pops, grandma's not being discovered, not being found out.
Sure.
So I end up there was a fire at my junior high school. We did like I didn't start it. Why else some other kids, something else happened. But we was outside, like me, a couple friends of mine, we was outside cutting school. We was
Yeah.
trying to get some girls to come outside with us.
Sure.
So we like waving at the window, oh, come out, come out, come out. Police shows up. We don't know. We just think they for us. We don't know that it was a fire set in school. So they come out. We running when we get caught, and they try to charge all of us, but the charge ended up they end up dismissing it because we found out what happened. Somebody inside the school, some kid, whatever, playing matches in school, whatever. My grandmother kicked me out the house then. Basically, she's
How old were you?
14.
14.
I got kicked out of the house. I was like, she's like, get out of here. So she actually like told the police to keep me, but they couldn't.
Right.
All right, it's like, yo, I got to keep them. So what I ended up doing is I went back to staying with my other grandmother.
Okay.
So I went over there. Of, I was more like the street house.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I would say because uncles is there. My uncles is hustlers. Hustlers had, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
People that was out in the streets, and I could like basically in it more. I could see it more, dead smack in it. So this when I started to really get into hustling even more.
Okay.
Right, 'cause I can hang out a little later, like, oh, yo, that's and then my family already had a reputation, so it's like, oh, yo, that's Bimmy nephew, oh, that's Dodie's son, like my mother, oh, that's Big Joe nephew, boom, and I'm out running around, and I was like popular for that, and I could fight. You know what I mean? So it's like because that was another thing. Like one time, like I was in school for fighting martial arts and all that stuff as a youngster. So I knew how to fight. Smart. I was a handsome kid. It's like girls like me. I was popular, and it just
Right into that
pulled me
lifestyle.
right in.
Where were you at the
Right
time?
in.
You s-
New
South
York.
and
Yeah,
New
Jamaica.
York?
Yeah, Jamaica Queens.
Jamaica
I was
Queens.
Jamaica Queens, man. Farmers, Murdoch.
Yeah.
Um, Farmers, Hollis, even.
Yeah.
It used to be like it used to be in a bunch of areas. To be so young, I was in a bunch of areas. Sufton and 121.
Yeah.
I was, somebody
So
just put a
let
thing. You
me
hear me?
let me ask you this. As all right, fast forward from 14, introduced to the streets, you out here running, you know what I mean? I'm sure as a 14-year-old, just having somewhat of a similar background to
Yeah.
you. I know the fun or the perceived fun that came with that because we so young as young men, right? And growing up in lower to middle income households,
Yeah.
not having a lot. Now you getting all this fast money. Now you hanging out all the popping spots. You know what I mean? As a 14-year-old, right? So you got 2 years before you enter the fast lane, right? And then this very tragic thing happens to you that like somehow was a path that you chose,
Yeah.
right? And so now you're arrested, found the drugs in your clothes in the hospital, right? You 16 at this time, knowing you about to go to prison. If you can remember, what was the first thought in your mind when you knew that your freedom was taken away from you? A 16-year-old kid, bullet wounds, And you know, I
You know,
I
it's
know a
crazy.
little more
No, I
about that.
understand. I understand. But the first word that came to my head was death. Like that's like,
Death is in you wanted to die, or you wanted.
yeah, I wanted to die. I wanted others to die.
Yeah.
I was just mad, angry, confused. Like people was like, "Oh my God, like you blessed." I couldn't see it or understand it, right? Like I'm just like I'm going to prison. Like got shot, yeah, survived, yeah, but I'm going to prison. You know what I'm saying? And that's the only thing. And then and then the other thing was I couldn't remember what happened to me.
Mm.
Right. So to this day I still don't I know what happened, of course, from everybody speaking and boom, but me personally, I don't remember that the whole situation. Right.
Yeah.
So like I'm sitting in the hospital and like wake up, cup to the bed, going through it, and it's just I was just angry.
Yeah.
Bro, I was just angry, like wanted revenge. I didn't want to be here. Didn't really like. I was
It's
just
tough,
kind of
man.
just
It's tough. I can't imagine. And just from us hanging out, I do know that you said that it was about the width of a fingernail
yeah. The fingernails with
that
yeah.
your skull
Yeah, so
stopped that bullet.
went through the skull and just nails with the bone was just stopping it from going into my brain.
That's wild, and so I could definitely see just going through mental adversity, right? Of why am I here?
Yeah.
Like why me? Like why
So
the width of a
with,
fingernail keeps me on this planet, right? Use this point blank range,
yeah.
shot to the head,
So
bro.
it's crazy because I was just telling like when you start finding things inside of yourself, finding purpose. So I always was an individual like who attracted people, right? Who
Yep.
was like charismatic, who brought people together, who like always able to talk to anybody, and vibe with anybody, and see different perspectives, right? And I believe that was the main thing that actually helped me in a sense because it's like, nigga, this is who you are. Like you got a gift with individuals, with people, like use that, right? And then you going through what you're going through, like you can actually use that. Not only that, but um jump into the poetry thing because I was mentioned. So one of the things that helped me is like I started writing
Yeah, bro.
and basically like outlining my emotions. So it wasn't like me writing to read, writing to recite to people. It was just me trying to get all this do something with this pressure
So resonant.
that was inside, right?
Yeah.
It's just trying to do something with it.
Yeah.
Like what the hell can I do with it? Because the first actual time I even wrote something, like like I found out like my mom's, right? She had got raped and got HIV in the process, right? So mind you, I just lost my appeal, my first appeal. I went to the box, right? So I'm in a hole. I get a visit from my mother, right? I found this out on a visit just from like, my moms have a beautiful relationship. It's like, we talk about anything, everything. So I'm messing with her. We playing, joking around, and she gotta like take these damn pills. I'm like, "Hell, these big ass pills, you know what I'm saying, messing with her, and like she finally like opened up and told me. Then I found out my little cousin I got killed. Rara, that's Waka little brother. The one you just told me got hit by a truck,
Yeah.
right? And it's like all of that within that weekend, right? A pill shot down, and it was looking good because for one, like I had an issue whereas I was like, for one, I was a juvenile, right? Two, I was questioned and interrogated, right? Pressured, like they interrogated me inside of a prison, which was supposed to be illegal, right? And I admitted to the crime, right? So I was fighting that part, right? Like they got the confession out of me under duress, right? And all of that other stuff, right? And not only that, but the charge, they still put the highest charge and then an adult charge on me, right? And they didn't have to do that.
Mm.
So basically, how it was laid out, it was looking good.
Yeah.
They was at least going to take some of the time down, the juvenile assessment, but I lost, right? So that was just like a devastating blow. And then like box, mother, cousin, and so like this was the first time. I want to say the first time I actually like shed a tear in there, but like first time I cried.
Yeah.
Like I went back to the box, and mind you, you escorted, you shackled up, going back to there, and I just like cut the lights out, and I just laid there and just cried. I was just thinking about every bad thing that could happen, like who's gonna die, what's gonna happen, and just thought about and just cried, and then like, all right.
How old were you
When that
in
happened,
this moment? Yeah.
when I went there, I think I just turned 19.
Mm.
Yeah, so I was eight. I think I was still 18 because I had to go back to court. Cause I lost appeal, and then they had brought me down for like they like resentenced me. All right, so I thought something good was gonna happen, but they brought me down and resentenced me, and all they did was bring the numbers up on some of the lesser charges.
Mm.
So it's like they gave me more time, but they couldn't give me more time because of the big number.
25.
Yeah, and everything was together.
Yeah.
Right, they put all the numbers together. So it was like 25 for this charge, 7.5 to 15 for this, 7.5 to 15 for this, 3 to 6 for this, but they all
So
like
concurrently.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So they just raised some of the numbers up in there. So ACA, I was shit, 19, yeah, 19 and a half. And I was like, uh, I got on the gate. Like we was in there, so we have a thing we get on the gate, and I started like playing chess. We like call out numbers playing chess.
What's the gate for the folks that don't?
The gate, so the gate is the cell bar. So if you're in the box, you're in a hole, whatever, or you can talk to each other. You're trying to talk under the gate, or if you have bars, you can actually it's easier to talk through. But if you have a full thing where it's covered, you gotta like try to talk under the gate or the corner of the gate to another person that's down there. So it was an old guy I used to play chess with. So like we would call out the numbers
Yeah.
to each other playing chess. I mean, it's just like you got to know a board.
Yeah.
You would draw a board out with all the chess numbers, with the numbers like 1 to 64, and just be calling out the numbers. This is my move, 11 to 27.
Yeah,
And he call his number out 13, 26, boom, boom, boom. So, but I told him what happened, and he felt like, yo, I don't think you should even be on the gate talking, bro. Like what you just been going through was like, and I'm like, man, I'm all right. Like, that's something I used to do, just face everything head on. Just face it.
Hold on, let's pause right
Yeah.
there real quick because I've heard
Yeah.
so many black men, brown men say, "Yeah, I'm all right,"
I'm all right.
and they are the furthest from being all right.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
that's that's powerful, man. Because just with my story, man, I've lived that. I put that mask on so much.
Yeah.
Just going through grief, losing my son. You know what I mean? And just how horrific that was, and like feeling a lot of the same things that you were speaking to, right, at a very young age. And here I am going through total different set of circumstances, probably 20 years your senior
Yeah.
at the time, not like in real life, but from 16-year-old Kevin going through this to 40-year-old Kwasi
Going through.
going through it, man. And like some of the things that you had to move through at such a tender age, I'm moving through as a full grown man. And it felt impossible. It led me to suicidal ideation, not because I didn't want to be here, but just because I didn't know what to do with the pain. And it was just so much pain that I just felt like, yo, it's probably easier for me not to be here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's so much admiration for you,
Like,
man. Like that's to move through all of that at the age of 16, right? And to take accountability for the things you've done and experienced, right? And I've never heard you even like, yeah, we on the podcast right now, but we've hung out
yeah, yeah.
in the real world, and
Yeah.
I've never heard you make any excuses or put blame on anyone or anything like outside of yourself, right? Um, that's powerful, brother. That's powerful, and to be able to do that and move through that and to move through those circumstances as such a young man. Um, and I'm sure you got some permanent nerve damage and stuff going on. Like brothers ain't supposed to, go.
Yeah,
Like,
you ain't supposed to.
just keep
Yeah,
it.
you ain't supposed to bounce back like, like damn something. So they're very slight,
Yeah.
like very, very, which is amazing to me. Like very slight. I thought I was gonna have like a tick or something, but like I don't.
Yeah.
And like once in a blue moon, like, but
She good.
I'm like, yeah,
Love that.
oh, good, like good, and then it actually it grew into more like taking care of myself.
Love that.
I mean, even after that, like going to prison, then coming home, it's like that's like a whole nother type of adjustment. You know
Yeah.
what I mean, like after like being released, and then it'd be like sensory overload, and it's almost like all right, finding myself again, and it's funny because as much reading and studying I was doing, I actually looked into that as well. Like, what would be my weaknesses coming home? Like, what would I have to watch for? So just like playing a game, like I said, being intentional every way. So I know, like, if I'm coming home, what's gonna be my problem, right? So I know I can handle this, I can handle that, I can handle that, but what can I? And it's funny, the two things I was worried about was my family,
Yeah.
right, and women.
Family in terms of like accepting you back, or like
No,
what
not
you
so
mean
much
by that?
accepting them back, but being them not understanding me fully,
This new
right?
version of you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like I know what they need. Like I know what my family needs, right? My family good though, like good positions, business, entertainment, good. But it's like no, we still. It's a lot more that needs to be done, right?
Sure. Yeah.
And we're not all the way there yet. You know what I'm saying? And me looking at that is like, all right, if I come home, what would I be doing? Right? Because family, like your family wants you there, you know, your significant other, they want you there, right? And it's like, all right, what am I gonna be doing? I want me to, because now I left from New York and went down to Georgia. I got not extradited for call that again, interstate compact.
Okay.
Right. So I did an interstate compact between Georgia and New York. So to be allowed to go through my parole time and everything in Georgia.
Okay.
So they accepted it. So when I went down there, it's like, all right, like my family, my wife, like, hey, like everybody's there. So what would be my role? What am I going to do? Right. And I was thinking about that before I stepped out the door, before anything. So, we got of course, Auntie. You got Deb Andy, you got Bimmy, Joe, Walker, right? Hey, yo, come on, come on, come on, come on. It's like, all right, what am I gonna be doing? I'm coming down there, cool. Like, but we talking about real stuff now, not, we playing or just hustling and boom, we talking about setting up business and structure. Like, I have to know what I need to do day to day. And I knew it was that was gonna be an issue because how hard I'd be willing to go and have been going just for myself, for the gang, for everything. It's like I'm done with all of that. Like I'm dedicating this to my family.
Yeah.
I'm here with y'all. I'm saying, Mama, man, I'm here. Y'all got a real one. You got a soldier. Let's go. So I guess them having to come into being comfortable with that. I mean, 'cause they work with so many people, and they've been hurt by a lot of individual people that they put on and got into huge positions, and people that are turned, and that's a whole nother thing, right? That they either couldn't trust or made rich or made that, and it's like, listen, I'm here now. You ain't even got to worry about. Not only am I here now, but I know the ins and outs of business. Maybe not fully, right? Because I've been in prison and maybe just from book thing, but in a character, but from a character standpoint, integrity standpoint, it's like I've already been doing it, right? Already been running and organizing things, right? Already have been doing it. So now just the opportunity to be put into a different type of position to take that to the next level. And it's a work in progress because when I say strong family, strong willed family.
Yeah.
Alpha female, alpha.
Yeah, yeah.
Everybody.
Whole wolf pack.
Your whole wolf
Yeah.
pack. Seriously. It's like seriously. It is like the heads be bumpy. You come with something, you gotta be right. Ain't no boom, you gonna get checked. Hey,
Yeah, yeah.
and but like we love it. But being that I went through what I what I've been through, I'm the person that's able to actually go through all of that, touch the soft point that you're trying to cover up, right? And show this area that you don't want to see. But the thing is, why I say it's a weak spot for me is that I can lose myself in that, right? Because they're not particularly ready yet. I'm saying for who I am. So it's like that dynamic I had to like get comfortable with. Plus, I'm opening my heart back up because it was closed for a very long time. I mean, you right? So gotta be in it's cage. Yeah, it's like dealing with all these new emotions and stuff, and going back and forth with family to get you tight. Let's say this and boom, boom. You're like, oh boy. I mean, so it was like a whole new set of things that I'm good now. Breaking it down, boom, evolving, seeing it, and I was like, all right, just be who you are. Yeah. Right. Just be who you are. Bro, Keisha over there look like them wheels turning.
Oh, I'm observing. Yeah. And yeah. I mean, I do want to say it's really beautiful because to have this conversation between two Black men really talk about sometimes the things in the conversations that aren't talked about.
Yeah.
The adjusting, coming back into the family, the things that we fear, the things that we had to really learn and transmute.
Relationship issues.
Yeah,
learn how to deal with like from being in prison from a kid and then come home a man and being in a relationship as a man, actually knowing that, right?
Right.
Like knowing how to actually like, all right, not just reading or thing because it's in your head, you've seen some shit, but going actually through it, knowing how to actually treat a woman. But then on the flip side, you start finding out what you like, right? What you want in a woman, what actually makes you feel good and you love. So it's like getting into that perspective and not losing sight of it because sometimes, as men, we get so rooted into just wanting to work and build that we tend to neglect like our own feelings and happiness. So like because of that.
So as a man, do you think that like that desire to work and build? Because I deal with that too, and it's a lot of times when I'm feeling unsafe in my own body, right?
Yeah.
It's almost like a conditioned reaction. You know what I mean? And even, in my corporate function now, bro, like when people start seeing me putting in 50, 60 hours a week, because that's not a requirement, it's all by choice. Like, few people that know my story and know what I'm moving through, they really start checking in. Like, damn, bro, it's been here 10, 12 hours. Like, you good? Right? And it kind of circles back to what we started with. Like, yeah, I might. Yeah, I might. Right? But it's that fear that is still there to get into the depths, what you really need to be working on. And I don't do it as much anymore, but like I see a lot of people of color that get stuck into that hustle grind mode mentality when things are really uneasy inside. As and
Because that becomes their comfort. That becomes actually like their comfort thing,
and
like,
coping too. Yeah.
yeah, coping is like I had to learn that. And when I say I used to just stop stuff, like just start with small shit like smoking cigarettes, right?
yeah,
It was the comfort thing. Boom, stop. I ain't doing that no more. So it was like hustling, and then like it became an education thing and learning because addiction can come in so many forms,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And you actually become addicted to a particular lifestyle or whatever how he was living. So, and yeah, I stopped. Like I started learning so much, but remember I said I was still banging.
Yeah.
I'm still like pushing buttons, yeah, hustling, doing all that. So, but it's like the more things I started to learn, is like the more I started to hold myself accountable for because things is happening around me, and it's like you can't be blind to the signs.
For sure.
I mean, shit is happening around you.
For sure.
You can't sit here like it's all right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because like it's not.
Yeah.
And it's now I'm like, nigga, I'm done. They're like, what? Nigga, like, stop hustling. Period. I'm done. I'm just gonna be. I don't need the money. I'm good. I don't need the money. I'm straight.
And I mean, a lot of people don't realize it either. I mean, people that grew up in the lifestyle do. Sometimes to be able to get out of the game, it's not that easy.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
It's not easy to just be like, all right, I'm not doing this anymore.
I'm not.
Right.
But those signs, like I was seeing the signs, guys, they was pulling individuals from the state prison to the feds, right?
Mhm.
I found out my name was on a federal watch sheet, right? Like I said, I'm seeing others going around, not just in prison, but also outside too.
Yeah.
Right? Seeing it. And if they start getting too close to home, they go, "Shh, I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm done." It's like I would be a fool just from like me educating myself from early and then seeing you going down this destructive pattern. You about to be done.
Yeah.
Right.
Like you about to be done if you don't. And I stopped. So, but when I stopped, it's funny because I'm still involved, right? So it's like so other people was like, "Dad, how you gang banging, but you don't get high? You don't sell drugs? You know?" Like, nah, that ain't the only. What you think? That's the only thing?
Right.
That's how you like. You think that's the only thing that gangbangers do? Right? That's the only thing we do.
Right.
So, but I started being more comfortable with who I was becoming and what I was doing. So, hey, I started teaching more. I started teaching the homies and showing them. Like, I'm in joint. We gonna set up a class.
Yeah.
We gonna teach y'all legal theory, and we gonna learn how to fight our cases. Right? You gonna open up a Black History class. You know, the GED program. You motherfuckers, I do something. Right? And actually started being that type of one. Right?
Okay.
And no one is like, you can't say nothing to me. You ain't gonna challenge or check me because you, for one, you know I go in your mouth,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Right. But at the same time, you know, like I mean you well. Like I want to see you prosper and success, and then you see I'm not afraid to do it. Like I'm not doing anything. I don't. I'm gonna tell you why you supposed to be tough or a gangster, but you outside in the yard nodding off.
Mm.
Like that ain't
It.
that ain't it. Like,
Right.
or you ain't taking care of your family.
Right.
Right? Or even your neighborhood. Like you supposed to be tough and gangster, but you ain't even taking care of your neighborhood. Your neighborhood hates you.
Right.
Right? So like make it that's how it was on. I just kept growing even further. It was like make it make sense. But one of the things that that spearheaded me to start doing was looking for other ways, right? Looking how can we bring our people together without actually, going through the street route, right? How can we actually do it? And I was meeting individuals like Bashir, Herman Bell, like these guys that was involved in the Black Panthers and the BLA, and they used to just like they took a liking to me, and we just be talking like, man, you need to learn politics, or you need to. Woo. So, but I did, at first I'm like, why the hell they keep saying this to me? So that thought sparked me to start learning even more. Let me learn this side now,
Yeah.
right? And I started seeing, I'm like, we can do everything we doing without any of this nonsense.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
Like we can. And then I started studying our ancestors and what they was doing and what they was building. And that's how, segue into like me doing what I'm doing now, but that's what pushed me to be what I am and who I am and what I'm working on now. Like seeing that, like, how can we take these street soldiers, right? Our soldiers, right? The young ones, whatever that's out there, and give them some direction. Like how? Because I started giving them direction while we was inside there, and they seen it, and they was receptive.
Yeah.
They wanted it. They wanted to be a part of a body that was strong, disciplined, and organized, right?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Like brothers wanted that. Sisters as well. And once I saw that, I'm like, all right, that means I gotta be even better, right? I gotta find a better way.
You the leader.
Right? Yeah. So
You gotta
like
lead.
I gotta find a better way. And I used to tell individuals like you can be happy being where you at, right? You were sent to a particular level and it's like be happy being a soldier because you ain't really doing nothing unless order or something get called or something.
Right.
Other than that, you doing what you do. But when you're in a position of leadership, it's like yeah, every step and move and speech and everything is looked at as a representation of everybody else, right? So you're looked at as like, okay, oh, you represent such and such, right? Oh, that's you. That's they big homie, right? Okay. And they start looking at the leader, like, oh, damn, shit, he got it.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
he boom. So they already start thinking like he already knows the guys he may got with him. You know what I
Right.
mean? But if it's the other way around, a guy is just, now you taking advantage of people, you doing stuff. Dudes know the type of individual
Right.
that's around. But to move forward, that end up going into me creating an organization, right? Like EM3, that's the organization I was actually working on. And to do exactly what these brothers are doing, but do it legitimately. do it in a form where like how sororities and fraternities is built, how social clubs is like built, right? How a lot of these people you may have like, they say Illuminati or Masons or whatever, right?
Yeah,
How
yeah.
they build all these particular groups or whatever. And I'm like, why we ain't doing none of that?
Yeah.
Why my people why we not doing none of that? Why we not building and creating our own and building our own little structures and norms that we can build on a global level? And I started seeing some of our historians and our ancestors like, nigga, they were doing that.
Yeah, I was just about to say
They
that.
were.
Yeah.
They was. We just lost sight of what was going on. We just get caught up in all of the, I guess,
And then
Martian
I
and
think a
Buddhism.
part of it too is the fear of it being destroyed. Because historically,
Yeah.
when we do, like, if you look at the Black Wall Streets,
Wall
and
Street,
you look at,
Black
places,
Panthers.
yeah, where we're highly organized, and a lot of people don't realize, like, Black
Even 5
Panther
Point, yeah.
Party, right? It started as a food program. Started as police in the neighborhoods because the police wouldn't come there and stop gang activity and drug activity, right? And if you even look at the gun laws and stuff like that, like, the First Amendment wasn't a thing like that, right?
Yeah.
All these, like, the need for all these or Second Amendment, I'm sorry. First Amendment is freedom of speech, but the right is the right to bear arms. That didn't get challenged, and all these laws put around it until black men started carrying guns in their neighborhood to police their own neighborhood, right? And so now you got these cops, and this is no knock to law enforcement. It's a lot of great ones out there. It's also a
Yes,
lot of
sir.
ones that don't need that job out there too. You know what I mean? But like you see all this, like, this gun reform starting to happen when we're trying to protect our neighborhood and secure our safety. You know what I mean? And so it's interesting that you say that, and I wonder if there is generational fear behind,
So,
like, creating something.
there is, right? So that's just like a psychological fact. Like, you know
Yeah.
what I mean? Because doctors say it, everybody say it. You go through a certain amount of trauma for years, even if you're in prison. They say even if you was in prison for, I believe it's more than 10 years, right? I may be wrong, right? But I believe it's 10 years, right? You you automatically become classified as like having a mental issue, right? Because being in that situation is like, that's what, see, they say that's what that causes. So like post traumatic stress syndrome and all that stuff. He said more than 10 years, whatever, you automatically get classified as that. But also during slavery, it was like, remember, you're familiar with the Willie Lynch thing and everything that happened. There was a prediction then, right? There was a prediction then that once that breaking process was done and implemented, that the people, the slaves would continue on their own to do that to each other for at least another 400 years.
Oh yeah, it's crazy,
Right?
Yeah.
They would do it on their own. So we ain't even gotta.
I read this study about mice, right, where they created this barrier for them. Put the food right outside of the barrier. Every time they tried to cross the barrier, they got electrocuted, right? And they did that to them so much that they eventually removed the means to electrocute them, right? And now they got their babies in this pen, and their babies won't go nowhere near that perimeter.
Yeah.
Right? Because that's been passed through the parents, that trauma, and they just.
So you know what's crazy about that? So I, me being studying and looking, I was like, yo, what year would that be? So I know it ended up being 2012, right? Like that 400-year period. So
Okay.
remember, the 400-year thing was the minimum number though. They was like at least. Right? At least 400 years. So I said, hold on, 400 years from here, what, 1612, 1712, 400 years from there is what, 2012? It's like, damn. He said, unless some type phenomenon or something happen, whatever, that really just shifts the thinking and mindset of the people, they're going to actually continue to do that. So we do suffer still.
Yeah.
We,
And then
we,
there's the
we
term that
actually,
we were talking about on the last time that I couldn't remember, but
got
it's
it?
epigenetics.
Epigenetics.
And they
epigenetics.
epigenetics. And they usually say it's for
Epigenetics.
3 generations, but when you look historically
Yeah.
at specifically Black people and
Yeah.
being enslaved, like the things that are not healed still pass down.
Yeah.
And then the things that are. So going back to like the question about, do you think that there's generational fear?
there is, but I also think that there may be this misconception that when we look at the ancestors before us who have done things, and we look at because they were stopped or because these events happened, that means that that's not possible. But really, what they were just doing is passing the torch, which is why it's important to continue it, to learn from them,
Yes.
to like stand on their shoulders as we do it. Because the thing about it is like being enslaved for at least 400 years, ain't no way we think that's going to switch over into, in the amount of time that
Man,
they were
20, 30
executing
years,
that.
20, 30 years, oh, we fine.
Yeah, we got to look at it way longer. We got to look at it more generationally. We got to think about, being the person who plants the tree, even if we never get the benefit of the shade
Because
from
I
it.
used to tell people, and I was always like brutally honest with things. It's like, yo, man, we get our own land. And I said, honestly, man, if you take a bunch of us and put us over there and say this is our land, the majority of us probably gonna be doing the same things, implementing the same type of systems and stuff that we've been fighting against because that's all they actually know. That's right. They don't know actually how to create something else or think outside of the box, right? And saying that, it's like, man, like it's like it's just what it is. Yeah. All right. And with me, one of the people that I end up um kind of like basing my organization, what I was building off of, was what Marcus Garvey did, right? Because Black Star Line. Yeah, because he he was like F they politics,
Yeah.
right? Not including religion or nothing in it. Let's just focus on building. Let's just focus on collective economics, collective struggle. Let's just put our heads together. How can we build? How can we utilize each other resources, right? And that's what he was all about, like unifying us everywhere, no matter where we at in the world. Like we can do business with each other. Like what's up? Let's do it. It don't take much. So and you look at his membership, it was like around 3 million, could be more because the numbers, they didn't have that full accurate numbers, right? But it was like over 3 million members in 1919. Yeah. Yeah, man. Globally. So it's like, imagine what could be done right now. That's how I look at it. Like, imagine what could be done right now in this day and age. We really put our heads together, holler at each other, who want to work, who want to build, how many people we can get globally to actually start doing that.
Well, I actually feel like that's another issue too that is generational. Um, just that whole crab in the barrel mindset.
Yeah.
I see that a lot in the community, man, and I don't know how to. I don't know how to. It's like people got to kind of come into that understanding on their own.
I know what they do. We can't even play with it. I know how to. So we can't even play with it. So they're just like now going from 96A7194, right? Going from prisoner number that to His Excellency Minister Kevin Ford, right? And I end up meeting I've met probably like three queens and an empress, right? Like real, like three queens and empress, right? And one of them, shout out Queen Shantae Lene Hereford, right? She's actually building a nation, like a free and independent Black nation, right? So there's people that are doing the work. So I actually work with her. So when you say it's excellent Minister Kevin Ford, I mean, because I'm a part of the nation of Shira, right? That's what she's actually building, like the nation of Shira, right? And her ambassador, minister for prison reentry and programs to actually help. But it ain't just prison reentry and programs for here and us, it's everywhere. It's connecting with our people in different countries that do need that help. And it's like, all right, well, we have it. We have the blueprint. We know how to do it. Let's connect and build, right? And this is what's being done right now. So when you say like, our people are stuck, there are pockets of us, right, doing things. And my mission, and her mission, not just building a nation else, but unifying those pockets. Yeah. Right? Because people get into the minority aspect like we the thing, and it's like we are not. We are all over this earth, everywhere. Yeah. You find black folk everywhere. Yeah. Right? So now we need to really build our network. I mean, for for real.
And to be honest, at this day and age too, um, I would like to see more integration of, like I would like to see us build these things for ourselves, but like we got a lot of allies out here now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We got a lot of cultures that have gone through similar things as us. I don't think it's bad.
I need to use them wisely.
Yeah, well, it's not you. I don't even see it like like using, man. Just like, you know what I mean? Like everybody should be able to peacefully do what they want. Like we put so
Yeah,
much
of
ownership
course. So
on
when I
it.
say using is like to that thing. So not using a bad way because we're supposed to use each
Yeah,
other,
yeah.
right? We're supposed to use each other to lift each other up. We're supposed to use each other to learn new things and new aspects, right? So really doing that. But to do that though, we have to really have our own in a sense
Exactly.
because when you don't, then you won't really know how to use people properly,
Right.
right? Because you don't have a base to really operate from. And like even with me with what the work I'm doing now, like out here in Colorado, right? Like petitioning, right? I always end up educating people all the time, right? And just these views, and it's like we can't even have a proper political view
Right.
together, right? Because we place so much of that and then place race stuff in it or put stuff in it instead of looking at things for what they are. It's
Yeah.
like, listen, everybody build your own. You need to have your own. You start with yourself. That's what I learned. You start with yourself.
Yeah.
Then your family,
Yeah.
right? Then your community,
Yeah.
right? Then you start going to your actual nation of people. Then after that, then the actual world. You can effectuate the world. But if you're not working on self and the people that you're with, it's
That's
just
where it
like,
all starts, man.
yeah, that's exactly that's where it starts at.
Yeah. That's
Mm.
fire, man. Let's get into some of these fresh poems, bro.
Oh yeah,
Get
let's
into
go.
some of these fresh poems you got, man. Um, yeah. So as someone who really expressed myself emotionally or mirror myself back to me, I think is a better thing. Like that's what poetry has been for me,
Yeah,
right? And it's, just having being overwhelmed emotionally and just coming from background, it was always like, like, let's go, it's time to bang, right? To
yeah,
like get that out or do something physically,
yeah.
that involves like physically either hurting something, whether it's somebody else or yourself or like whatever, right?
Yeah,
Um,
you do a lot of stuff. They go out to party,
yeah,
you go get
yeah,
high, go mess
drinking,
with
like
your
all,
chick,
all
go
of
to
that.
this, like that, put
Yeah.
yourself in it. So yeah, so poetry, there was always uh, I like to say moments of stillness. It creates moments of stillness, right? Where you can like be still with yourself. And it's funny, a thought just popped into my head, right? So it's just a scene, right? It's just a scene. So I'm in a prison. So the jail is like the prison I'm in. Actually, I think it was Greenhaven. Somebody just mentioned Greenhaven on there, and I just came out head. But there's three levels on each side, so you literally can like look up to cages, right?
Yeah.
All the way down. So I used to do like sanitation and stuff at that jail at this time, and like porter work. Porter work was like you cleaning the gallery, helping the guys out in the gallery, but you get to be out your cell, though.
Yeah,
You know
yeah,
what I mean?
yeah.
And run up and down the cell, like, ooh, right? So I used to just so mind you, gang leader, right? This reputation, whatever. And I would be sitting in the window still with a notebook,
That's right.
just right,
Yeah.
like gone, not paying attention to nothing to nobody. People used to look like, hell is wrong with this dude, right?
Awesome.
Because the other people used to think I was crazy, whatever. But I used to just go, and it was like you said, almost like a reflection, or
Mhm.
you looking in the mirror in a sense, because like I wasn't really sharing them people nothing. I was just write, put it up, right, put it up, right, put it up, and then it came a time where I look back at them, and it would cause me to feel some type of way reading them,
Mhm.
and it was like almost like me talking to myself.
Mhm.
And it says I used to be like, whoa, and that's when I really started seeing like, damn, I really write, like I really and writing,
I do
right?
this.
This is really, yeah. I ended up going to a class. They had like a volunteer teacher that came in. I enrolled in a poetry class to, learn it even further, to tap further into the skill. Um, got like a couple pieces published, and no, like little small publications, whatever. Like, oh, contribute to this.
Yeah.
And when I came home, I had so many like poems all over the place,
Yeah.
and I'll say I'm gonna do a poetry book. I'm gonna put a couple poetry books out. Poetry books still coming, y'all. Poetry books still on the way. I just been, you know, I'm gonna put some of that out. But my wife asked me one day, right? Um, she's like, "Yo, won't you do one of your poems for me, like for Valentine's Day? Like record it." She wanted me to like record it. So, got the studio, the whole Brick Squad studio, be in there, boom, out of our studios, we in there, Quan going crazy, gotta shout out my guy, Quan going crazy, J Note, of course. But we in there messing around, so we record it, and everybody's just like, yo, what the hell is this? They send it into everybody want to send it to their girl, right? They girl mad at them. Why you can't do nothing like that? Right? So I had it. So she's like, I couldn't release it. I couldn't put it out. She don't want me doing that. It's hers. Boom. Like, cool. But he's like, yo, bro, you got to do another one. Yeah. Right. So I'm like, all right, cool. But it ended up turning into like creating an album. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Because I wasn't. I changed up a little bit of the poetry in there, but mainly it was stuff that was already written and how I was feeling. Yeah. So when the production started, it was like, yo, you got some of this? Messing with me, like, like, yo, I actually do. Yeah. And it just started actually formulating. That's right. And it's crazy how it formulated, because it's like started actually telling the story of like my maturation, right? Okay. The whole like process of what I was actually going through. Yeah. And I still got to do a more, but we completed the first one. It was just like, yo, we gotta do a whole thing, and we all made a pact with each other. I'm like, yo, if y'all don't feel nothing, I'm saying everybody in here, if y'all don't feel nothing, I'm not doing it. Yeah, yeah. Right? Because this is what, like, for one is personal, and me expressing it, like, nigga, it got to be felt. So if I'm doing it wrong, or you know what I mean, not giving it its just due, I don't even want to do it. But it's like everyone, like everybody was like feeling every last one of them shits. It caused emotions in a lot of different people for a lot of different reasons, whatever. But I end up completing it, and like we was talking before we actually went on, I didn't really want to release it, right? I really wanted to do it, like have it solely independent, do everything on my own, have everything on. So mind you, I'm in the process. In that moment, I'm learning as I'm doing. So I'm figuring out a lot of stuff, ISRC numbers, right? How to do that stuff, how to track my own thing, how to like figuring out all of this licensing stuff, boom, and how to keep control of it. And I kind of acted too fast in the sense like, yo, all right, put it out, put it out. And it was just like a heated moment, like, all right, fuck, put it out. I mean, and I didn't give it its just due, because it needs to be it needs to be marketed and put out properly, because it's too powerful. I mean, I feel it. I'm saying needs to be heard, bro. Yeah, it's powerful. Like everybody that hears it says the same thing. I got a text from somebody that I had so yo, listen to it. Let me tell you how I think. And I got a text one day out of nowhere. It's like, yo, and they quoted a line in one of them. Yeah. All right. And it was like, yo, I'm going through that. Yeah. Shit. I think the line that they quoted on one is when I think I started speaking at the end of one. It's like when you try not to lose yourself, but it happens anyway. Yeah. Right. And it was like that just resonated with the individual. Yeah. Like because we fight, so we fight hard, like to try not to lose yourself. But it's like, especially learning, you're learning, and I should be doing better. I should be doing this, but then I still go out, get stupid drunk, high, whatever. You know what I'm saying? And do what you do. It's like, damn, I need to do this. Or you neglect certain aspects of work or whatever. And it's like, you need to do it. So, like, but I was expressing it in the sense from being in those conditions. Yeah. Right? Being in prison, to whereas the moment, I think in that particular, I actually do remember the poem it was. In that particular poem, it was like me fighting with banging and the violence and everything else, right? Me knowing it's wrong. I know it's wrong, right? I know I'm not with hurting my people. I'm not with none of that shit. But at the same time, I gotta go outside, arm up everybody outside, because this dude just stabbed him, caused a whole big thing, right? So now I gotta go out and get in it, but I know it's wrong. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But you in it. So is that moment of I guess human development, though, you know what I mean? When you're going through those particular things, like, all right, what do you actually do in those particular moments? Yeah. Right? Because like now, even speaking to, to a lot of the youth and kids, like they be in stuff. and don't be knowing how serious it is, how serious the situation they've been in. I was talking with this one kid, and we walking in his neighborhood and talking, and I can just tell his body language and how he was, moving like something is up, right? So we're just being real and honest. I'm like, you in real beef when it is, and I see you going through it because one of his friends got shot. And I'm like, yo, they in his neighborhood or something? He's like, nah, they do be coming through this neighborhood. So like, all right, so you just put all of us in jeopardy
Right.
because you ain't being honest and serious about your situation. Like, do you even have a weapon on you right now? Like, nah. So you ain't even ready anyway. So you playing with your life and you playing with our lives too.
Moving target.
Yeah, you playing. It's like just understanding how serious stuff is. So it's like when you in it and you trying not to lose yourself, there's like a level of consciousness that you have to have. And I think a lot of people just be ignoring it, right? Because one of the things is like, all right, this is where your control comes in at.
Yeah.
This is how you start getting control back of your mind. Like,
Yeah.
oh, okay, I ain't gotta do this. I ain't
Yeah.
gotta react in this type of way.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Right?
it's the difference between reacting and responding.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. It's like I don't have to. So it's like I had to literally like learn that in those type of situations, like life situations where individuals' life is on the line. It's like being able to really think things through where people are not doing it.
Yeah, yeah.
Like you're not. It's just hey, let's get it. It's lit.
Yeah.
It's lit. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
For sure.
And
Yeah.
but you ain't even thinking what could happen. You could possibly go out there and die.
Right.
Forget you just going to put some work in, nigga. You could possibly go out there and die, or something else can happen to somebody else that just, you know what I mean? But it's
Yeah, I had to shoot the album
yeah.
to my girl over here, man, because she's she's
Yeah.
a hell of a poet herself.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just publish a pretty dope, not even pretty dope. Just fire, but
Nice.
yeah,
Yeah.
self published poetry pick, a love letter to it's great, man. But I wanted to get that feminine opinion too.
Yeah.
I would like this opinion as well.
I would love to. And I also come from a little bit more of a artistic and like trauma informed. I teach yoga. So a lot of the things, like I looked at it from a perspective of your process as an
Yes.
artist and like
Yes.
the little, not the little, but the things that become profound. But if you're not paying attention to the details, you might miss it.
Yes.
The first thing I want to talk about that I'm interested in is the title, Caricature of Pain. And when you think about the
Yes.
word caricature, I was interested in knowing why you chose that word when what the album does and says is so, I don't want to say not valid, but
Yeah.
caricature is like exaggerating.
Exaggerating a bit. Yes.
But then when I sat with it, I was like, no, this is some real shit. So
Exactly.
so that's the first thing I want to talk about is like the title.
So knowing so basically it's like this is when my Gemini side came in, right?
Okay, Gemini season.
You know what I'm saying? So this is one of the things. So I'm like, oh man, like it is pain, but I don't want it to. It's not exaggerated for one. I think it's under
Yeah.
under thing. So, but just doing that basically it was just highlighting it. Maybe that's what I really wanted to be more so highlighted, right? So not so much exaggerating, but I knew like characters was like, all right, really highlighting the pain of it, right? That you actually can grow during it. You actually can live because of pain. You actually can find love because of pain. You actually can find freedom because of pain. And it's like that's why I was like, I gotta be caricatures of pain for some reason. It's like even though it's not exaggerated, but I want it to be. I would like it to be.
Yeah.
I mean, I would like.
I like that term highlight because it can, in the essence of when you think about caricature, you can also say like it highlights certain features. And
Yeah.
okay, I love that.
So I want to know, did you catch this though?
Okay.
Right? The titles.
I was looking at the titles because I was like, I know that there's something here. But no, I think I was no. But hold on, let me look again because that was one thing that I was.
Can't even answer because you already told me.
Oh.
You know what I mean? So I gotta be on the sideline.
Hold on. Let me pull it up again.
So make sure y'all go get the album, man. Caricature to Pain.
We definitely
The
gonna
Trial
fight,
of
bro.
Kevin
I'm
Ford.
gonna have a whole link in the podcast. I know your people probably know, but just for all the dudes want to talk about it, Chase Tomorrow, the Keisha fans, we'll definitely have a link to the album, Spotify when we drop the episode and the captions. So y'all can go check that out for sure.
Gotcha.
Okay. So I'll tell you what I did pick up on, which I don't think what it is going to be, but this my brain sometimes takes a moment to have to process things.
Okay.
One thing that I had written down is the wave of each song.
Yeah.
And it reminded me of what happens when your nervous system is activated and then when it comes down to a resting place.
Uh-huh.
And it's almost like it's like a wave. It felt like a wave, like this. And so when I was starting to look at the titles of things, um, it was almost like you were walking us through this process of regulating a nervous system through your experiences, but also this like beauty of I think sometimes people think that we constantly have to be in a state of regulation. Like that's the goal. That's actually not the goal. The goal is to be able to be aware enough in your body to be able to make the changes and the shifts that you need to when you need to. But we need the activation. It's a part of surviving. It's a part of like what we need to actually be human. And then we also need the rest. So then our nervous system isn't always in activation, which causes reactions, which causes it really hard to be able to live within that space of responding versus reacting. But no, I don't have it. I did enjoy the fact that the last one was vulnerability, and I was like, so I'm open. I don't have an answer.
So reading all of them together is like a poem. So it is a whole thing. Actually explaining the feeling, what I was going through, even writing it. And it's like, how the hell? It is funny because it was like I do this I do this in time. I didn't know I do this. So I'm a I don't want to say remote writer, but sometimes I like to write without thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And just and then comes out sometimes like, oh shit, what the hell did I just?
Yeah.
I mean,
That's 100% how
and how so it was the same thing like with that, and it was like doing the titles, putting the titles together. Then I'm like, I look back at it, and then when I went back to it, like I fixed something. I'm like, oh, so this is a poem in and of itself. I mean, death finding me in pursuit, going and everything, and like when you're in pursuit of something, it's crazy because when you are in pursuit of something, right, whether it be like your own happiness, whether it be success, love, whatever, you know, there's always something else coming, right?
Yeah,
There's going to be obstacles. There's going to be things after you. And it's like you have to be vigilant. I mean,
man.
you have to be vigilant to keep on going.
That's dope. What's your favorite drink out of there?
That's a great question.
Finding Me. I think that's the one I go to all the time, like to play.
That's one of my favorites.
Yeah. I wrote that down too.
Yeah.
It's like I always go to that one, but then,
bro, I had Kev.
I think it was suffocating.
Sunday morning cleaning bliss. I'm cleaning the crib with Kev in the back. But it's crazy because like, I'm pushing the broom, man, and just doing my thing.
Yeah.
And then like you would get into certain pieces that really hit. You know what I'm saying? Because our backgrounds are very different, but there's also a lot of similarities there too, and just the things that we had to move through. And you'd hit stuff, and I catch myself, and even as a poet too. You know what I'm saying? Like things just like I'm always reading between the lines and trying to catch all the nuance and like all of that stuff. And there was a few times where you caught me where I'm just standing in the middle of the room with the broom, right? Just full like pause mode. And that's you hit me too, like in the middle of one of them, you was like, bro, you check the album out? I'm like, bro, it's all right now. Like,
Yeah.
so that was I appreciate that, man. And just that expression and being able to express yourself and the pain that you have to move through in this human experience. And to be able to do that in a way that it is not only resonant to others, but people can take stuff from that and just kind of build on their human experience. I think it was beautifully done, bro.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. Yeah.
Much needed. I also want to say in the beginning of this conversation, you were talking about how the desire to learn how to express yourself in a different way was like this opening of, you pursuing and then eventually coming into writing and having writing being this self-reflection. One of the things that I wrote for vulnerability, I thought about how it was like redemption through letting your full self be seen in all of it, and not just the version of you now Um, and then in To Breathe, you had talked about, there was a line there where you said, "How many times must I die to live?" And I think that that talks about the process of like defining what is actual death, because there's a physical one with the night, but then there's also the death of older versions. There's the death of behaviors. There's the death of certain choices.
And I think so many people be afraid of that.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I'm fine how I am. No, you're not.
You're actually not. Yeah.
You're not. And when I guess when I kind of realized that too, um, I didn't want to be afraid of nothing. It's like the only thing you fear. This is why I say you're supposed to fear God, but it's like that's the only thing you're supposed to actually fear. But that removes fear from anything else, right?
Right.
So it's like with that particular standard, it's like, you know what? I ain't afraid to challenge myself. I ain't afraid to do this. I ain't afraid to do that. That's like you have friends, you come up with a new idea or something that you may want to build or change, and they be negative about it, or no, we can't do it, or no, that's impossible. It's like, nah, that actually removes that. Right.
Yeah.
It removes that, and the world like becomes. What do you say? The world becomes your oyster in a sense.
Yeah.
And
Or to think about how like
does.
not being afraid is not something to avoid. I think it's about being, you can be afraid, but you have to keep moving, or you have to have at least like the courage to continue to keep going forward even when you are afraid.
Even when you
And
are
I think
afraid,
that's Toni
being
Morrison's
courageous.
Sorry, I was about to change the vibe. I'm over here in my playlist. I was about to put on some LMP.
What? Nigga, that's all right.
Yeah.
Do some.
Yeah, nah, we'll put something on. Um, yeah, man. Have you ever performed your pieces live?
I have.
How's that feel?
So I performed one at a big event with like some dignitaries and stuff like that, right? And I had to give a speech and perform. It was amazing. I always get like, I don't like a warmth. Like a overwhelming wow and doing it like an overwhelming warmth or whatever.
It's cool, man.
That's the only way. That's the only way I can explain it. Like an overwhelming warmth feeling just goes out. One time I did something at the Trap Cafe, which was crazy. Like, yeah, Atlanta joint, Ti joint, and it was funny because they was like, it was a night and we wasn't even there for that. It was I think one of my cousin's birthday. So our cousin like he left like, yo, let's go up there. Like, bro, I ain't doing that, but we doing something else. Like, let's go up there, bro. Let's go up there. So I'm like, we can do it. So I went step to the DJ, yo, blah blah blah. I'm such and such. We want to go up there do it. So he's like, all right, cool, let's do it. So just went up there, spoke a little bit, and it was amazing.
Yeah.
I heard it was amazing. Did one of the pieces. Um, People loved it. My cousin was crying.
Yeah.
Which was funny because he grown ass man though. So
Yeah.
he got footage of it. So,
Nah, let's normalize that though.
He was getting, but he was getting wrecked.
Man, drop them tears.
You know what I'm saying? Because he be acting crazy.
Drop them tears.
I ain't get about you, Loke. He acting crazy. So you catch him crying over somebody doing poetry, like, yeah, we got him. He's like, yo, this shit.
You
But
got a heart.
Yeah.
you got a heart. Yeah. You got a heart. But I like it was emotional for me. He got me emotional too because for him, he understood. That's not why he got emotional because he understood the moment. It's like I don't be doing that. I don't be sharing, but he know how powerful it is too. So he see me go up there and do it and see how the people reacted to it. He's just like,
yeah, bro. And I got
and he the one who told me to go up there. He the one who
Yeah.
pushed it. Like,
I mean,
he was like, man, go up there.
He's probably living through you in that moment, man. And I would not be surprised if bro got 20 notebooks full of poems at the crib that he,
That he was inspired by from that moment.
So you
That's
know,
so
you
real.
know what's funny is something that I'm gonna work on when I go back to Atlanta though. But I didn't want to just perform it like regular pieces because it's not regular pieces.
Yeah.
I mean, so really, we was even talking about that here, like having a moment where we go through them, but we also gonna be conversating and vibing.
Yeah. Yeah,
well.
that's the Skyline sessions.
Yeah,
man.
like so it's like impactful to tell you like this is not just we just doing this
Yeah.
for the sake of doing this. To
Yeah.
me,
Right.
it's like not only we revealing something, but it's also a healing moment, also a way individuals can actually learn how to
Yeah.
actually overcome what they're
That's dope, bro.
what they're going
You
through.
gonna have to come back out
You
here.
know?
I got Keish gonna help me this year, right? Right, Keish? I'm volunteering her.
We'll see what the
With the-
capacity looks like and what the
Yeah.
deadlines are, but I'm open.
No, but just like so we did I said Skyline sessions, Skyline segments, right?
Gotcha.
To where
Oh, the
yeah, we brought, a few poets and I handpicked all of them. They were a few
yeah.
of my favorites from the city. Brought them up to the rooftop, invited some people and kind of got into it. It was our first one, so there are improvements that can be made. I
Yeah.
think for the conversation side of it, maybe less poets this time, maybe one or two poets that can go into multiple pieces and really have an intentional conversation around,
Mm,
the inspiration and everything that went into that work of art. But yeah, a lot of things, man. But
yeah,
hopefully
making it a
you're around,
real
bro.
intimate,
Yeah,
power
it's all that,
setting.
it's all that
And so it's
vibe up
funny.
there, man.
I was doing that on TikTok. I got to go back to doing that. I was doing that on TikTok.
Okay.
So I had a thing called well, I still do have it, but I just haven't been on it. Called the Poets Den. So it was just inviting different poets from all over, and we would
Yeah.
really just sit, educate, vibe, go through sessions. I may put prompts out
Yeah.
like, "Yo, we gonna focus on this type of poetry or these type of themes," and then actually go through the learning thing where it's showing how many different types of poems there is, right, and how unique the poetry
Different
space
styles.
is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then we learning new ones to actually
Mhm.
test each other. Like, yo, did you ever do this type of poem? Did you ever do this type of poem? I forgot the name of the one that was like I did that was like super hard. It's I think it's palindrome.
Oh
Right.
yes, I know what you're talking about.
That's all.
Yeah, and it's you number each sentence, or you have a
So
word and you number the sentence or
so
the
no,
number.
not actually you know it, but it
The
reads
word.
the same forward and backwards.
Then no, that's not what I'm thinking of.
So it's the same forwards and backwards. You write a poem out, but it's the same
Oh,
thing forwards and backwards. So no,
okay.
they have words. They have a couple of words that's like
Yeah.
that, like a
Yeah.
word.
Yeah.
Read
Yeah.
it forward and backwards, the
Yeah.
same thing. But they got poetry. I'm like, what? So one of the poets had put me on that, but there's so many different styles though,
Oh no, for sure.
and vibes. So we used to go through it on it.
I love that. I love that. Yeah, man, that's dope. And hopefully we can get you back out here. Um
Yeah, listen. I'm planting. I'm trying to plant a root. Plant a root in Colorado.
Yeah.
For real, because the thing that we just my personal mission, right? um, we're building an organization, EM3, like Evolve Minds, Illuminate Men, Women, and Children. That's the organization that I'm working on, actually building a global network for real.
Can you say that again? What is it called?
EM3. So EM3 stands for Evolve Minds, Illuminate Men, Women, and Children.
Beautiful.
All right. So it's like just like Ramonga's Garvey was doing.
yeah,
Simplest thing. It's just like Ramonga's Garvey was doing.
yeah.
Right. Figure out like studying. Like I started going into the specifics of it. Like what type of stack structure did he use? What was his legal organization thing? How did he formulate UNI? You know what I'm saying? The UNIA. What was Boone actually looked that up and seen it? It's like something that we still need to do right now that we're not utilizing. Also, like other thing I was working on is like I told you the curriculum. It's called the 6 tablets of personal mastery. All right, really taking what I've my experience, but putting it in an academic form on actually how to overcome whatever type of situation an individual may be in when they may feel stuck, right? Or traumas that they went through, they can't get ahead, they can't move forward, they want to evolve, whatever. It gives a practical breakdown, literally a practical thing. Like it touches both sides, the spirit and a practical side. It touches both. So it gets real deep, but it also is like boom. Like the first tablet is mental sovereignty, right? And it's just going into what I was saying about recognizing that space, right?
Yeah.
How to get control back of our own particular minds,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Really going into it, but giving it a step by step thing, like how you actually do it and watch out for it. But it just keeps going.
It's perfect segue, bro.
It keeps going.
That's dope too. I want to hear a lot more about
Yeah.
that. But with this being Men's Mental Health Month,
Yes.
and just reflecting on just shit. We've been in here almost 2 hours now, and I feel like We ain't even touched the surface, you know, which is dope because you know it means part two might be coming. But talk about right the mental adjustment that you had to make from literally like no cap 25 years, bro. You was in prison longer than you was out, longer than you've been free, right? And there's a lot of times when men and women are in those systematic prisons, right? Until that's the way of life. That's all they know.
Yeah, even out here, no.
Yeah. But I mean, to the point to where like sometimes they go out and commit a crime just to go back because that's so familiar, right? 25 years, that's all you know, essentially, right?
Yeah.
That's how you know how to survive. And the real world could be scary, you know, when you get and put back in. What was one of the like? How did that affect your mental health, right? Because the 25 years you did, so much shit changed from technology.
Yeah. So the biggest, the big, the biggest thing for me though was the emotional adjustment.
Okay.
Right? Because I told you when I said I found freedom, right?
Yeah.
I found was like me finding that kind of like opened me up. Like I felt like I was. I don't sound arrogant or whatever, but I felt like I was bigger than in prison. Right? I felt like in prison could not like it could not contain me anymore.
Yeah.
Right? That's how I was feeling.
Yeah.
Right? Like I wasn't feeling like a prisoner no more.
For
Right?
sure.
Once certain doors opened mentally, spiritually, is just like I would I just thought about Jesus, right? And he's like, be ye in the world, not like this, like attached from it, right? Disattached from it. So it was like that particular thing. And actually learning that, how to actually be in the world would be like attached, disattached,
Yeah.
rather. And I think that's the thing that actually helped me, right? Because I kind of look at a lot of things objectively,
Okay.
all like all the time. So the biggest adjustment was emotions, was feelings, because like I said, I was guarded for so long.
Yeah.
So even when I came home, it was like kind of surreal in a sense when I first got home, and then like a week, like 5 days, I was just boo-hooing for every little thing, right? I would get emotional as hell for every little thing. Oh, man, it got me something. Oh, shit, this is good.
Yeah.
Seeing somebody like, oh my God, this is good. And then- but it was I guess like a pressure release because so
Okay.
much stuff was inside.
Yeah.
And I believe I'm still going through that, right? Because everything is like me knowing it and being conscious of it because I'm a conscious and aware person is like knowing these new experiences, right? Knowing everything is like, this ain't something that I'm doing all the time,
Mhm.
right? Knowing that, but also handling it like it's supposed to be handled, right? And being detached a little bit where you can see it. Right. So that's what I like go through on a regular basis. Right. So sometimes I can get overly stimulated mentally because it'd be a lot I'm taking in.
Yeah, 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 for
Right.
sure.
So learning in the moment, but then as I'm learning in the moment, I'm assessing, too, which is crazy.
Yeah.
So like even being here, you come to a park, like, come to certain stuff, pull up here, where the park, where is that, what's going. So it's like all of these things be moments and it's new experiences in life, and I see it and I appreciate it and love it. But also you have to give it its just due as well.
Yeah.
You know? So it's like man,
That's love.
it's
I got one more. I got
it's
one
just
more for you,
wonderful.
bro. As a man, right? And I'm even removing the black man from this to just kind of because I think there's a lot of us that probably curious to this question, right?
Hmm.
It's a couple parts. When did you feel safe to cry? What kind of helped you build yourself up to that safety? And would you recommend that for men to really tap in and release that in that form? I done stumped him, y'all. Y'all see him over there? I got him.
And something I'm trying to just think wins. He said win. So and it's 3 questions. So I gotta think win. when did I feel and I'm trying to get back to the moment when I first like really, really, really like when I cried. I told you the instance when I was in cell. Um, but that still was done in solitude and in the dark. You know what I'm saying? It still was done in solitude and in the dark though.
Just that statement in itself, man, says so much about.
Yeah, it does because I believe it was just a gradual thing. Me just being, because I don't want to say that space at that time when I did it. You know what I'm saying? Like I felt safe. Um, but I told, I spoke about it though after that. And individuals like, nah, nigga, I don't even think you alright. You just all that you just found out you need to go back, do some more. But going through going through that kind of opened me up though. Um, so I had to be. I don't think I can pinpoint the actual moment that I say I felt safe. Right, it just became a gradual thing. Right, and being open enough to do it because there was times even just like talking even here when I was thinking about certain things when questions were asked or explaining certain things where emotions was starting to come up, right?
Absolutely.
But I understand it though. So I just like when you have that, I know that basically eliminates fear. You understand the thing, it eliminates fear. So I didn't mind. I mean, after that point, like I didn't mind. I don't think I can pinpoint it, but I didn't mind. And then it got to a point where, like I said, when you start understanding, like I kind of wanted to cry more.
Yeah.
Because it felt like a cleansing.
Yeah.
And it seemed like like I was releasing some shit when I cried, right? And sometimes we be having so much shit built up, and you may need you may need to cry, right? Like, and I used to feel that, and it's funny. And I just something just came to me that happened, and like I wanted to cry, and I just couldn't. But a tear just came out my left eye, right? And I think I wrote something one time about that. Like, damn, I be wanting to cry, only a tear come out the left eye. Right? What the hell, right?
Yeah.
Like I want to try to get this shit out
Right,
because I feel like something going on in here, and it'd be like. And I remember somebody, I don't know who said it, but somebody was like crying, be like, taking your soul to the cleaners or something. I forgot where that came from, but like it resonated. It do feel like
Bro,
a release.
you touching on something so important right now because one of my young bulls, man, when I was
Mhm.
like coaching and whatnot, he had this crazy background, crazy story, and I was like, bro, you need to let it out. And he looked me dead in the eyes and he was like, Coach, I've tried to cry so many times. And I instantly felt so bad for this young man, right? Because in my mind, I'm like, you've been conditioned to be
Yeah,
so
yeah,
tough.
yeah. That's how.
You
But that's
ain't even safe for yourself, right?
yeah, and I think that's just what he was at. Because I know that feeling like you wanting to, but you so the wall inside is just built up so much.
Yeah.
It's like you done built it around you. You know what I'm saying? You don't lock yourself in. Even me, like now, like I don't think I still have fully relaxed,
Mm.
right? And people may have noticed whatever, but just me knowing myself, right? In the sense of just like being fully like to let go and just relax. But it's like I think that's still something that I deal with.
Yeah.
Or some of the residual effects of trauma, because you be so observant and alert all the damn time.
Yeah.
So you remember all this shit. It's like, all right, you can relax. Just relax a little bit.
Yeah.
You're good.
Yeah.
It's fine. You feel- like I had to learn to swim all over again, right?
Right.
I'm still trying to tread. I'm still having a hard time treading water because I gotta relax.
Yeah. Do you ever feel a sense of relaxation when you're writing or you're doing
But I'm
poetry?
writing, yeah. When I'm
Yeah.
writing, yeah.
Yeah. Because it kind of goes back to like that stillness moment. And I like the fact too that we talk about how it's gradual, right? In anything that we're healing or
Yeah.
anything that we're trying to come back to.
Yeah.
A lot of the times it's never just one moment. Even though, social media will try to tell us,
Right.
here's this and do this, and
You gonna be
without taking out the actual human experience of what it means to remove yourself and then bring yourself back in order to.
Because evolve is my favorite word.
Yeah.
Right. So being able to do that, being able to evolve like that is a process. And even like just studying, like one of the things I learned just from like ancient people like the Kushites and before Egypt became Egypt, and even when it did, it's just like us learning the process, and it was like always a process of evolution that we got away from.
Yeah.
I mean, and it's like like you became the best artist because you evolved in so many other ways that you can combine everything that's you into your artistry, right? Or into your architecture, or into whatever it is that you do. You can combine all that you are and put it into it. This is why a lot of these pieces were so like beautiful and magnificent. Like, oh my God, this was like the greatest time they built this and built that. But that's because they was putting all of themselves into it, thing. Right?
Yes.
What we actually as a people gotta get back to doing.
Yeah, removing everything that doesn't belong to us.
Yeah.
Like when we talk about the conditioning, there's this quote about, I think it's the Mike. I may be wrong, but it's the statue. It's Michael Angelo. No, is it Michelangelo?
Might be Michelangelo.
Yes, that the process of that wasn't about already knowing what it was going to look like. It was removing everything that it wasn't, and that it was already existed within there. And so, even just talking about, not being able to know how to cry. A lot of the times, it's about removing just what is no longer serving us. But again, that's a process. It takes time.
Yeah.
It takes having support. It takes having, the relearning as you are unconditioning of what it means to feel safe within yourself.
No, for sure. Yeah.
Also, I wanted to say too, with the crying thing, I like that the crying is the soul's. How did you? What was the
Cleaners taking the
taking the
soul.
soul to the cleaner?
So
I read this thing one time that talked about even like the molecular structure of each tear can be traced back to if it's grief, if it's sadness, if it's
Yeah.
happy.
wow.
And so when you think about the intelligence of the body too, right? Like the body knows how to heal as much as the body knows how to
Yes.
protect. But we have to be able to give ourselves the space. But that's challenging, right? When we're like in spaces of comfortability and familiarity and
Just put so much garbage on top of who we are. Just like we lose sight of it. We don't even see ourselves anymore. That's crazy. I learned that like just from like getting into meditation is like that showed me that it's like they called it they called it the sea of mental garbage, right? And it's like if you be still just for like 2 to 3 minutes, you'll have a bombardment of so many thoughts,
Yeah.
right? Everything's from all, and it's just like
japa meditation. We call that monkey mind.
yeah, it's like, hold up, get rid of all that. But he said, once you're able to just let it pass, let it pass, let it pass, it won't even come anymore.
Right.
Right. And this is where you're able to find that calmness instead, because it won't even start coming no more.
I think it's still mind, but we
train
let
your mind to do it.
we let it go. Cause
Yeah.
like when I first started meditation, it was real hard for me to sit.
That's
Because I would get monkey mind, right? I'm like, bro, you just gave me an opportunity.
and you
to
start
be
thinking
still
about
and think about
whatever
all
thought
the
that is, the
things.
thought captures you. You ain't even capturing the thought captures you. So now you just stuck in that thought now and can't, like, damn, I can't.
But then you start thinking about trying to move that thought, which also gets you away from just having an empty mind.
Yes.
Muji Baba, man, big
Yes.
follower of Muji,
Yes.
and just watching his teachings, man, and
Steal your
him
mind.
just always just saying like, yo, like the thought, like you don't control the thoughts, but you also are not your thoughts.
right.
The thing that you can control is the shape that you give these thoughts. You know what I mean? And so like I just started letting my thoughts attach to my breath.
Yeah.
New thought come in, goes out with that exhale. New thought come in, and I'm just not giving it any attention. And I was having some wow thoughts, bro, like some crazy stuff.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
then
listen. Could you imagine? What the hell? Going through my mind.
Bro.
Like everything I done been
But-
through and
yeah.
seen and oh. So like I definitely understand. I'd be like, oh, what the hell I should just come
Right.
from? Get it out of there.
Yeah, let it go, let it go.
Yeah, let it go.
Yeah, that's been really helpful for me. And what I notice is that when I'm not attaching or giving these thoughts any shape, that's when I get to that state of real meditation where the thoughts are still coming. I'm just on a different plane. They come into my body now, and I'm off working, you know, in the deep galactics of of the mind space, and just not holding on to it, man. So that's like huge, man. That's huge. Thank you for sharing. How long you been meditating?
I don't be meditating right now.
Okay.
Right?
I read myself.
I was doing it for some years, doing it to the point where I could, where I got to the point where I was able to go through my day and meditate.
Yeah.
Like that type, like I don't reach that level of meditation where I can,
on that monk level.
I can literally go through my day and be
In a
meditating.
meditation.
Right? Yeah, in a meditation, and then like I lost the focus. In fact, I ain't gonna say I lost the focus. It got misplaced. Because I was dealing with someone while I still was under those conditions when that happened, and once I started reaching back, it's like even now, like because I'm Muslim, right? So even now, um, just being intentional, like, all right, honey, you got 5 prayers a day. Make sure you pray, right? Um, then of course you can include the meditation in that, but those is moments of when you can escape and take and just push everything out and just be still,
For sure.
right? And I gotta work back towards it because when I say being overly stimulated, a lot of times I do get overly stimulated because I'm working on so much.
Yeah.
Right. And it's like, remember I told you, learning and doing at the same time. So it's like learning and doing, trying to figure this out, make sure it's done right while I'm trying to figure it out. But I still want to make sure it get done. And I'm like, be patient.
Yeah.
Relax. Stick to your script, right?
Yeah.
So that's what I'm getting back to now, getting back to that particular strength. Whereas like I focus on what you doing and what you need to do for yourself and then let everything else just come and fall.
Yeah.
But me coming into like my title and role, right? Like that's it's huge. One, like I done sat with presidential delegations, sat with different people from countries, and being in these rooms and going from this to that.
Yeah.
And remember, it'll be 5 years August. Like I've been home.
That's fresh. That's
So
so
yeah. So being put into them situations and doing this, like, all right, sometimes I be needing a little reprieve.
Yeah.
And a little time, like, all right, bro, it's cool. It's all right, man. Relax. I think it'd be cool. You got it, you know? And I be like hard on myself sometimes. Like, I ain't, you can work, get it. You can still do it. You can put more time in.
Yeah.
I mean, you could put more time in. Like this morning, knowing I had the thing today, so my day was like I got up early this morning just to go out and petition, right? Make sure I get that because I wanted to make sure like I reach a certain amount of numbers every day, right? So I was like, all right, make sure I get some petition in, but I still want to get to services to go pray, right? And then I still like, all right, I want to go shoot something. I wanted to go buy a shirt or something, right? So I'm like, all right, working all of this in, boom, and I was able to do everything. I got to services late, but I still, and the brother was like, it's like I know you see you kind of it's messing with you. Go in there and just still pray and boom, boom. So I still went in, still went to pray, still went to thing, and that's when I hit you there when I got here. And I got here a little earlier, but still just making sure plan things out properly, be prompt, take care of it, but be mindful that still all of this is new and can be overwhelming in a sense, right?
Absolutely.
So take time to relax
Yeah.
and enjoy. Like, I mean, not too much, but take some time, like for yourself. And that's what I'm learning to actually do with myself now. Like,
Happy
you
for
know,
you, man.
be a, uh,
I mean, you deserve it, bro. Like you
and I do. Like my mama tell her, my mom like, boy, you deserve everything, man. All that shit you done been through. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Like, go ahead.
All right, man. Well, I got what you got. You got anything, Keish? Anything burning on your heart? But I gotta hit you with the infamous podcast question, sir.
Infamous podcast questions.
As every guest that we have on here, this question.
Let's go with the infamous podcast. What do you got?
So here we go. All right. So there's one person out in the world right now. You don't know them, they don't know you.
Yeah.
But they need one thing from His Excellency Minister Kevin Ford. What you giving them?
that you are more powerful than you realize.
Mm.
Right? Every single one of you out there, you are more powerful than you realize. God don't make no mistakes. You was crafted and made by the most powerful being that the creator, I say, right? Just the creator. He made you. And that he made you, that means you are remarkable. Utilize that. Like I had to find it. Like utilize your power. Do not be afraid to be smart. Do not be afraid to be beautiful. Do not be afraid to be powerful. People don't like it. So what? Be who you are. That is it.
I love that.
Yeah.
Thank you for pulling up on us, my
Yes,
bro.
sir.
This is
Yes,
love,
sir.
man. And you guys know, man, we turning it up this season. So it's a lot of interesting conversations going on. Shout out to Keish pulling up, bringing her medicine too. Again, man, His Excellency, Minister Kevin Ford in the building.
Y'all will be seeing more.
Yeah. I
Because
appreciate
the
it.
revolution is going to be televised.
And you got
Televised, YouTube, tweeted, text.
all of
All of it.
So y'all know how we do. Save yourself, heal yourself, help the world. Oneness. Massive love to you all. That's a wrap.
I love it.
That was dope, man.
I love it.
I always be forgetting how stuff was recorded.
What's happening, man? Was y'all tuned in, really? Or was y'all just talking to each other in chat? They be in here, wow.
Yeah, y'all was tuned in. Y'all was tuned in, man. Y'all, that was fire. I hope
Yeah,
y'all was tuned in.
they was tuned in. Somebody said, you was wilding in Greenhaven. And somebody else put, wow, wow, wow. Stop complaining. Like, you got to have somebody there.
Right.